Hey, welcome back everybody. We are here with some more Blacksad today. And we're going to be continuing. Wow, the music is really up. Alright. Actually, I don't even know how you guys can hear it. Alright. So I looked a bit into Blacksad the comic. Not a lot, but I found out that this is actually somewhat newish. It started getting published in 2000. And I thought it was like a bit older than that, like maybe in the 90s or late 80s during the whole like indie comic boom. But no, this came out in like 2000. Uh, and I was able to find it's being published by Dark Horse. There's 5 different volumes out, so it's like kind of in a graphic novel format, not individual floppies. Um, and I don't know if that's all of it or if it's like a different language comic and it's being translated into English, but irregardless, there's 5 volumes. This seems to be based off of the first volume, which came out in 2000, and the latest volume, which is actually it's a two-parter. So volumes 4 and 5 are part 1 and part 2. Part 2 just got published last year, so this is still going, but pace is very slow with stories coming out apparently. Or I don't know, maybe they took a break at some point. But I do want to read some of the comics that this is based on. Okay, we kind of ran into like a weird stopping point where we kind of found all the clues. Now we just kind of have to figure out who we need to talk to next. We're going to try the gorilla. Then we're going to try to talk to the woman that the boss was hooking up with. Let's see if that goes anywhere.
Okay, Jake.
I told you.
Desmond O'Leary.
Huh?
I know you work for him.
Now you're just making stuff up. Why would you say that?
I saw the shamrock in your locker. I know what it means.
Okay, let's say you're right. So what? What are you gonna do, huh?
I'm a detective. What do you think I'll do?
Yeah, definitely better detective than friend. All right, you win, pussycat. Business isn't going that well lately. Natalia was my last well-paying job, and it's been a while. Then O'Leary shows up and offers me a bodyguard contract. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I understand.
Seriously, you don't seem like the type to accept shady offers.
I'd never take a job like that. As a matter of fact, I turned one down today. But that's just me. I'm no one to judge.
Hey, O'Leary might run an illegal gambling operation, but it's not like he's killing people or conning widows. And I'm just a bodyguard. I make sure no one gets hurt. What I do, including my contract and paycheck, is 100% legal. How bad can that be?
Yeah, you're right. The fact that his business is illegal doesn't turn you into a criminal. We're only accountable for our own actions. But that's not what bothers me. I know you're covering up O'Leary's role in Joe Dunn's death.
Huh? O'Leary? No way. I mean, I don't think so.
Jake, please.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it now. I was here the day Dunn died.
Go on.
I had to take care of some business for O'Leary. He makes me wear the shamrock when I work for him. As you know, I left the damn thing in my locker.
Say no more. You came in the back door.
How did you... Yeah, that's it. Joe had mentioned he'd been painting that afternoon, but I forgot. I stopped in my tracks when I saw him screaming bloody murder at Bobby Yale at the top of the scaffold.
What exactly was he saying?
Something like, if you do that, I'll call off the fight and make sure you never set foot in this gym again. I didn't want them to see me, so I left.
Jake, why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd be pissed off.
Well, you were wrong.
I'm sorry, John. I should have said something.
Don't worry. We all make mistakes. Time to go. I need to think about everything you just told me.
Thanks, John.
Okay, so there were 3 people that went through the back alley. He was one of them. And by the way, dude, you could have just lied and said, oh, you forgot something else in your locker and you came here to get it. And that's when that happened, instead of just omitting seeing any of that. Right. Go and address the waitress. See what she has to say. Know that she's in a relationship. Yeah. Or was. Bro, I did not see that. That's why you interact with everything. Oh yeah, I need to say, like, I haven't read it, but I saw some of the panels for it. The art looked really good. It kind of looks like a watercolor style coloring. Looks pretty dope. Or maybe gouache. One of those two. Yeah, I actually really want to pick up some of these. I was hoping there was going to be a lot more. And I looked in to see the size of the books. The latest book is only like 60 pages, and like the first book is like almost 200. So it's like that's a bit, but I was like hoping for like 300 odd, like quite hefty. But I guess each book is supposed to be like a different, you know, I think it's supposed to be a different crime that's happening that we're investigating. Oh, it's right there. I think. Which also makes, like, why the two-parter? Like, their newest book is a two-parter. I don't know why. I think maybe deadlines or something. They had to make it, like, a two-part thing. Because it's also, like, the shortest book I saw. Oh, we can keep going on over here. That balloon. What does it mean? It means someone's trying to fix up the bookstore. That's weird. You keep walking off screen, so however long you hold it, you'll have to hold it the same amount of time to walk back. Okay. It's like kind of limited.
I know you're hiding something.
What?
I know how much Dunn meant to you. I'm very sorry for your loss.
I don't think
Your handwriting on the envelope. Your date of birth on the safe.
My goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
Can I get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
Loading. Loading time. I've never seen a store like that before. An actual clock store.
Mary Purnell, the angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
We'd been seeing each other for almost 2 years. It all started with, well, weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there. He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Say no more. Paperwork.
He really hated it. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Which is where Dunn seduced you.
That word is a bit too much, Mr. Blacksad. You might be too young to understand this, but real love has little to do with seduction. One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day. So we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone. Why did you keep it secret?
For Sonia's sake. She and Joey drifted apart after her mother's death. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was, and we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
So he asked you to marry him.
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring, and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
What about Yale? Wasn't he like a son to him?
Maybe you already noticed I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Maybe you should cover your neck.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
Is she hiding Yale, maybe? Crazy that she called him young. The dude sounds like he's 60. Alright, let's see. Find anything new. No? Mary has a cold. To be fair, she was screaming because she found the dead body of her fiance, so... Okay, why is this still here, though? This has to come back in at some point. Oh, wait, this can't be it. Oh, okay. That was a long shot. daughter again now that we've... Oh, wait, hold on.
Looks like Dunn liked to measure his daughter and Bobby Yale each year. Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17. I remember that fight, back when Jake was coming up the ranks.
He's telling the boxer. Okay, I don't trust whenever someone has one of those in their office. They're burning documents. Okay, what else was in here? There was that amount of money. Done. Ledger, and then some documents. Will?
What's in those papers you're going through?
Red tape.
Great. If you find something, please let me know.
I thought you were the detective. You do your job, and I'll do mine.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to proceed properly. Like, I definitely think we have to call... Oh, wait, hold on. We never actually looked at the rope. Oh my god! Why? Okay. I feel like that should be more prominent.
What leads a man to do something like this? Life's already dealt me a fair share of blows, but...
How tall was he, though? He didn't do it. Yeah. The stool wasn't... Oh.
I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
Yeah, this stool was too short for him to be able to hang himself. Because when you hang yourself, you have to stand on a stool and then kick it out. But if the stool is, you know, already shorter, like how tall was he? Which means someone taller had to have... Or actually, no, not necessarily taller. It was another person that strung him up, though. But didn't think about the height differential between the rope and the stool. Do feline senses to see some other stuff. Okay, let's call the chief. Let's try this again. We tried this once. See if we can get any pull. Here now.
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case.
About to get iced. Huh. What's bringing racial matter? Yeah, there's that one dude that was that's a racist, but why would you immediately jump to it being a racial?
Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
I'm trying to keep O'Leary out of it because that might involve our friend. Involve our gorilla friend.
Life is often off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. Ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
Oh, that's Smirnoff?
You look tired, John.
I was born tired.
I was born tired. I'm used to it.
You're not the only one. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water.
Strategies of life.
John, you alright?
I'm always all right.
Yep, that's the problem with us men. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea. If you'll excuse me.
Yes, we can't be subtle. Read the documents while I'm gone. Yes, thank you. Just one guy that does not do subtlety. Are you the mayor of New York? You're so bad at subtlety. While you're doing illegal activities. Actually, wait, no, he... Oh, no, he's the police chief. Height. There we go, height and weight. Now that will help when we go back to the stool. Height is 5'5". What's Blacksad's height? Pretty sure, I think Blacksad is taller than him. I'm calling him Blacksad. Anyway. Death. 7 p.m. It was asphyxiation, someone's trying to... Oh. And they used the rope to cover up the marks, I guess. It's the classic strangle someone and then... Happens a million times.
Interesting.
While someone strangled him, he probably passed out, and then they hung him to make it look like this. As in, like, he didn't die from the strangulation of the person strangulating him, but he died from the the noose that they put him in to, like, set it up a little bit.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now? Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
Sure, you can trust me. I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted,
I
will
feel
you?
like we're gonna break that.
Sure, you can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnov had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
Okay, I need to check this. Let's see who's voice acting him, because he kind of reminds me of the guy that voiced John Jones, aka Martian Manhunter. Jones. Oh, he's done like Detroit, Become Human. Okay, it's not the same guy. Beyond Two Souls. Wait. Human. Okay. Just wanted to like double check to see who it was. Maybe if it was someone I recognized, but it's not. But yeah, he kind of his voice definitely reminds me of the guy that did Martian Manhunter on the Justice League cartoon. Gift shop. Okay. Maybe if we go check the stool again, now that we know his actual height. Yeah, it is kind of hard to make a detective game super engaging, just because a lot of it's just like learning information and piecing it together. Like I said, there's like a bunch of Sherlock Holmes games I want to like look into those to see like how interactive they actually are. Or if it's a lot of like this kind of, where it's like a borderline tall tale almost situation.
I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
What do you mean? Okay, we have to connect it in our mind. Right! Oh, we have 3 whole things of information. Wait, no, wait. Yeah, obviously. Dunn was more, yeah.
I'm much taller than Dunn. And I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself. Not on his own, at least.
We still have some more. Still got 3, so that unlocked another one. We got so much paint can stuff. Okay, wait, Dunn died, his neck was swollen. I hate that we have all these extra ones and we're just like not piecing them together for the longest time. Really? Okay. So. They're all, like, interconnected, though. How is that not connected? His neck was swollen. We're talking about how is that not a direct connection? Yeah, how tall was the rhino guy? Some other feature I'm missing? Really? Oh, it said it had he had 4 different marks on his neck. That's what it was.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Okay, the 4th being the rope. Okay. He had 4 different marks on his neck. 3 of them were from that. Still? Wow. Jesus, we're getting like a lot of detective work done. Okay. Wait, okay, he has a cold, we still haven't figured that one out.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
I don't think that's right.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him.
Could have easily left the chest expander out.
In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
Apology accepted. But what exactly are you apologizing for?
Listen, I don't think my fellow workers treated you with the respect you deserve. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please,
Henchman gonna henchman.
kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
I'm afraid I have to say no. I can't ride in a fancy car with a wrinkled suit.
Oh, I don't see why not. In any case, if those little wrinkles make you uncomfortable... I always play it nice and safe. Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
What kind of help do you need?
A simple exchange of information. You're a good detective, and I, well, let's just say I have my own ways of making people talk.
I think I'll have to pass this time.
Why? What? Do my own ways scare you? Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
It's illegal for starters.
Illegal? Let me tell you what should be illegal. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me, with all due respect, it's none of your business.
Ooh, all right. Never mind then. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
Yeah, you're full of crap.
Okay, but that doesn't justify what you do for a living.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
Sure, but there's no room for your ways in civil disobedience.
My ways? Oh, I know what you're getting at. But what's past is past. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Yeah, the two of them.
Bastards. But don't you worry. I'll have a talk with those two. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
Oh, I donate to cancer research. Therefore, I can murder children. Because it ain't hurting nobody. That matters. Ugh, I hate guys like that. The fucking... Ugh, they're so annoying. I noticed that the defining characteristic of him not having
Yale's
them
apartment?
beat our ass is
I
because
told
we
you
were a
I'm on your
detective.
side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Colbert! Wilson!
Ugh, that is some striking wallpaper. Ooh.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Was it the daughter that was actually in on it?
Ugh. 17th century French fables. There must be one boring old lady.
And that's her scarf. She was here.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
How many pickles does a man have in his fridge for you to say that?
A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
It's saying that we still have 3.
That means she's been here recently. But why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Bro, come on, though. Why are you making him this dumb?
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
I'm finding so many cards.
Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently. Nice chain. So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
No, I meant ah.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby? Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
Alright, now for the room. The very obvious sign. What the kind of bathroom layout is this?
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Wow, really nothing at all happening in the bathroom. What over here? Okay. Let's have our brain blast. No? Okay, it's saying there's two things here. Right?
All right. Dunn punched a paint can. But why? Wasn't he calm and composed?
Punching paint cans. Paint can punching, they'd call it back in the day. It honestly, okay, I'm gonna do. I don't think it is. I think it's the other one. Oh, it is that one. I thought it was going to
Dunn
involve.
must have punched the can while he was arguing with Yale. I guess that explains why he threatened to call the fight off.
Oh, oh my God! I almost missed. Jesus. Yeah, the tanky controls definitely doesn't help us like explore. Okay, what was the,
With people like O'Leary, you just never know. I didn't want to put Mary at risk. Why not take her a little something instead?
Yeah, that dude in that fucking bullshit about communist government and how I'm actually helping people, you know, when I'm not beating people for the money they owe me. Like, ugh, you are such a, like, that's what's going on in your mind. Like, do you truly believe that, or are you just a massive piece of shit that's just saying words?
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
So you knew that Yale was with Dunn when he died, and yet you told no one.
I guess I just forgot. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
Don't be. I'm here to figure it all out. What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I knew you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
Because you keep
How
hiding
can
information.
you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster. Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated housing, with far worse homes for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That garbage.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I'm black too, and I don't hide it.
Well, at least you're a man.
In any case, what's that have to do with Bobby Yale?
He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad. Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15. The 3 of us went on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
See, this is one of the things that I really don't like about detective games, where people will, like, hide information from you until you're like, okay, how about this? You're like, oh, you're right, I shouldn't have hid that. It's like, you're trying to solve a murder of a person that you were about to get married to, and you just keep, okay, so far she's, like, the most egregious character, because she just keeps hiding small, important things from us. Like, brother, what? Panther mode.
TV and Cherry smells like... Actually, the whole room fresh out of the oven. So I can't identify any other fragrances.
Okay.
Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Okay. Oh, that's wafting in. I thought that was just light effects. Oh, okay. We got eyes left. Alright.
Are you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks. It means a lot to me.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world. Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ, coffee?
I'll fix
He's
some
a coffee
thanks.
man.
She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth.
Okay, good to know.
That's some beautiful artwork you got there.
I don't think we were gonna get out of that one. That was an awkward situation.
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
Where's Bobby Yale? I feel like hammering it home won't really do anything. Okay, neither one of the, like... Okay, I feel like the bed one implies something that we're not gonna go down.
Are you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
Hunter mode. Okay, now that the pie's out of the way. Oh. Loading spoon. Oh my god. We can see right through the fireplace. always like at the neck area on a person.
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
If he's not here right now, he must have left shortly before I got here. Where did he go?
Shortly before you got here? I wish.
Again, it's the same spot every time.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that.
Oh, it's literally right there.
That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake,
What
put
the-
that knife
come on,
down,
man.
would you?
Livora.
Mary, please, calm down.
I was hoping more than that.
I don't want to hurt you.
Ow. Shit. I'm bad at these. Nope. Ah, fuck. He's a professional boxer. I'm gonna get a concussion. There we go. Okay, that's fun. Having a little quick time tied in with our senses. How old is Blacksad supposed to be?
I'm on your side, Bobby.
But I'm not on
Fuck. What the fuck?
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now.
Oh, is he
In
having...
the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. One, stay calm. Two, 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
Bobby! Oh, Bobby!
That's why he called off the fight. Got a heart problem.
Bobby. Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. And I had saved a life.
Not here fast. Oh no, time lapse. What the fuck is that guy walking behind us? Manatee?
And yet, everything in me screamed that something was going wrong. Terribly wrong.
So yeah, that's why he was calling off the fight, because Bobby's got some sort of like heart thing going on.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
He's got a concussion.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualty. I hate detectives.
Yeah, join the
Bang,
club.
bang, bang!
You're dead meat, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Thanks. I think I need to get some sleep.
Yep, that much is clear. As for what happened yesterday, you promised me you wouldn't intervene.
Maybe I should refrain from making promises.
Maybe I should refrain from giving you information. Anyway, what's done is done.
Oh, sorry. I was like, this is a weird pause. Damn.
When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn?
I don't think you did.
Out of sheer curiosity. I'm a cop after all.
To be honest, I'm not so sure Yale killed anyone.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
I've got several theories, but that's about it.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Yeah, I don't want to be certain. He didn't kill him.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission. So, I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes.
Wow, he's actually quite a
And
bit
as for
taller
you,
than us.
go get some rest. God knows you need it.
I will. Thanks for the advice.
Tell the nurses to look at that face of yours. You look like a film detective in his last scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake, I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Who are? Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me.
let's just say I got lucky. We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded. We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem.
I didn't know that
The
you could
real
actually
problem
repeat
is our
them.
extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
Elamir.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
What's his current condition?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Go away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift. He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying, but it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage. He's looking straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case. Clenched fist, fast heart rate, fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but... I'm afraid you'll just have to put up with me.
For now. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase. Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
I
That was his
detected.
anger talking. He never really meant it.
It doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Bobby Yale innocent? Question mark.
Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym.
Oh, it's the bull.
He was trying to give a business card to...
Jagos Giambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that.
I thought it would be the Rhino.
What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me. What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager. Or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life, even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later. He still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone, you're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
I'm just doing.
Jab. Oh, it's just doing a jib.
The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person. Is that eye movement normal?
We should check our card collection.
The number of cigarette butts is inversely proportional to my hours of sleep. Ah, damn. Ugh. He seems restless. Should I tell someone? No, the footprints don't match. If Yale killed Dunn, he did it without stepping in the paint, or in different shoes.
Always do the shoe check, people. Okay. Jeebus. Man, Jesus. Wait, no. How did we open up the book? Was it in the pause menu? Your Blacksad said no. Yeah, we can't access Hall of Fame for some reason.
Hi.
You're awake, handsome?
Can I have a Morley's, please?
No, but I'll sell you a pack.
One whole crisp dollar.
Honey, get me a pack of Morleys for Mr. Handsome.
Oh, wow. A phone. $0.25. We got scammed.
Yale's medical report is right there. Mind if I take a look?
No, I don't think so, handsome.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right, but I'm not stupid.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
Oh, the call. Okay. You know what, guys? I think, now it's available. I don't understand this. This happened before, too, when we opened up the menu and Hall of Fame was not available. Alright, let's see how we're looking. Okay, honestly, not a lot on football. Baseball. We got not a lot of hockey. It's nowhere near as much as you think. Alright. I think we're gonna call it early for today, guys. These kind of games, playing only for like an hour and a half, I think is good enough. Since it's very much like story-based and not really much, you know, action-y type stuff. But yeah. So we found Yale. We found out he apparently had a heart attack. Whether or not he actually has an ongoing heart condition, who knows? I thought that's what was going to be the reason why he called it off. But no. We need to figure out what's going on. And then, why did he call out that lizard doctor guy? It's also like, okay, so is something up with him? Or was he just, like, doing that for, like, story, like, building out the story to be like, oh, this is how our society works, kind of thing. Who knows? But yeah, that is it for day 1733 of streaming in a row. Tomorrow, we're gonna get back in Blacksad, our hard-boiled detective, and try to figure it out. Yeah, I need to figure out, how old is this guy? Because there was that remark that the waitress made, saying that we were young, and it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? We are a grizzled old-ass detective. What do you mean by that? Unless I am totally misunderstanding how old this guy actually is, and he's actually like, I don't know, 30 instead of, I don't know, closer to 50. But yeah, that's it for today. A fun day of grizzled detective work. Really been enjoying this. Like I said, I've been looking into wanting to get the books, but I believe this is based on the actual first book. So it's like, shit, I don't want to like buy it and read it while we're in the middle of this because it would spoil it. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to get into those. There's not that many of them, unfortunately, but art looks solid. So far, I've really liked the story and characters and the world building stuff. Even though the world building's like basically our world, but people are animals. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. Like always, links down below for all my usual stuff. Blue Sky, Twitter, and Twitch and YouTube, depending on where you're watching me stream from. All my previous streams are uploaded and archived over on YouTube, and I will catch you all tomorrow with some more Blacksad. See ya.